Got another opportunity here to qualify for a final. It's been 6 years since we got to a final. It's an opportunity to make history again with this club and extra motivation.
They should qualify automatically for the Europa League again.
That's right.
Not necessarily for the Champions League, especially when you are in a league where you have already so many teams, 5 teams who qualify. So it will be looked at it, maybe something to think about.
Mason Mount came back from his injury today as well, came off the bench. Do you see him as starting in one of the 2 10 positions behind the striker because he was looking to get behind the defenders, as you saw in the second half?
If you look at the history of Mason Mount, he played in this system many times, especially in Chelsea, and played in the left hand, right hand. So I think it's a very good position for him.
Hello guys, welcome to Boating. Manchester United are prepared to make an offer for Barcelona defender Ronald Araujo if they qualify for the Champions League. West Brom wants Tottenham coach Ryan Mason to become their new manager. Rodrigo will be back available for Real Madrid to face Barca on Sunday. He is suffering from fever. The club wanted to avoid any contamination, but Rodrigo will be available this week. Ruben Amorim on Mount. Mount is really intelligent and he's getting there. He trains really hard and always wants to do much more. We are taking good care of him and he wants to play more minutes, and I'm really happy with him.
Mason Mount came back from his injury today as well, came off the bench. Do you see him as starting in one of the 2 10 positions behind the striker because he was looking to get behind the defenders, as you saw in the second half?
If you look at the history of Mason Mount, he played in this system many times, especially in Chelsea, and played in the left hand, right hand. So I think it's a very good position for him.
Le equipe on William Saliba. William Saliba has always had a special bond with Real Madrid. He believes it's the highest level possible. Real Madrid is the only club that can attract him out. Iñaki Williams was injured yesterday and underwent an MRI on Monday to determine the extent of his muscle problem. Oyan Sanchez and Nico Williams didn't train today ahead of their Old Trafford visit, and it looks like they have already given up to Manchester United. UEFA have fined Real Madrid €15,000 for the racist attitude at the Emirates Stadium. Ivy Fans Plus decided to ban the sale of tickets to Real Madrid fans for the next away game that Real Madrid will play in the UEFA competitions. Flamengo agreed due to sign Jorginho on a free transfer from Arsenal. Plan confirmed since January, and Due agreed as he is set to join the Brazilian club on a contract until 2028. Jorginho leaves Arsenal as free agent, whilst Thomas Partey is still in talks over a new deal with the Gunners. Rumor has it Al Hilal want Bruno Fernandes and are ready to throw silly money at this summer. Be real, who would you sell? And if yes, how much is Bruno Fernandes worth to you? Comment down in the comment section below. Benjamin Pavard has also returned to the team training ahead of Barca game tonight. Alessandro Bastoni on Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is the best player I've ever faced. We have to do whatever we did in the first leg. Double is marking. But Barcelona isn't just about Lamine Yamal. They have an unavailable attacking line in the lives of Rafinha, Lewandowski, Pedri, and Daniel Mo. As a winger of Manchester United or Tottenham getting qualification to the Champions League by winning the Europa League, they should qualify automatically for the Europa League again, not necessarily for the Champions League, especially when we are in a league where 5 teams qualify.
Has it been a good Premier League season? Has the league itself been as competitive this year as in previous seasons?
I would say no. You had Man City not completely at the same level. Liverpool was very early in front and dominated the league from. And at the moment, Arsenal dropped at the moment we wouldn't expect them to drop. So overall, I believe as well the weaker teams were never as weak. I've never seen a team with 11 points at the end of the season. So it looks like the gulf between the top 8, 9 and really the bottom team is absolutely getting bigger every year. And what is a bit worrying is that you see the same teams going down and the same teams coming up. That is a little bit the vicious circle of a parachute payment. that allows this team to keep their players, when to be stronger than the teams who fight desperately to come up. There's something to think about, how you can improve the competition. And I would say as well, with more teams now qualifying for the European Games, the gulf inside the league will become even bigger.
Is that good, Arsene, more teams from the one league going into Europe?
I don't believe so, because it will make the difference between top teams in England and the rest of Europe even bigger.
Yeah.
Because you would say, I think only a few teams now can compete with the Premier League teams in the Champions League. It can be Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and then financially already at the end, basically.
Is it right that we are about to watch a Europa League final between two English clubs? One's 15th,
14th and 15th.
14th and 15th. The prize will be a place in the Champions League. Is that right?
No.
It's not. No.
Well, it is right if you make the decision that it is right.
Well, yes,
you know, but
the reward seems far too great for two.
Logic, they should qualify automatically for the Europa League again.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not necessarily for the Champions League, especially when you are in a league where you have already so many teams, 5 teams who qualify. So it will be looked at it, maybe something to think about to review that. But on the other hand, they will say that people will tell you that to keep the Europa League focused and interesting and motivated.
Felix Zoya will referee the Champions League semi-final second leg between PSG and Arsenal. Casemiro will pocket a huge pay rise if Ruben Amorim's side win the Europa League. His wages will see him earn the same amount as Cristiano Ronaldo did during his second stint at Manchester United. Atletico Madrid have already inquired about signing Anthony this summer, as Manchester United prepare to offload the 25-year-old. Lautaro Martinez and Benjamin Pavard are both back in initial team training ahead of Inter Barcelona tonight. Refrezawa was asked if he would ever return to Crystal Palace. I will be honest, I'm 32 now. I'm not one of those guys that are trying to go back to a team when I've got no legs. Palace are thriving now and they are in the final. Some things are just better left. I did what I did. I am what I am there. I done what I done for the club. Best to just leave it how it is. I don't want to just come back and I wasn't the wolf I was before. Then you just ruin your legacy, man. I will just appreciate Palace from afar. Never say never. You don't know, but it's the reality. Manchester City have been doing checks on Ryan Aït-Nouri ahead of a potential move to sign the Wolves left back. It's a big opportunity. I have the opportunity to play in the semi-finals. We are here to get to the final, and it's been 6 years since we got here. I have the opportunity to make history with this club, and it's a motivation.
It's a big opportunity. I had the opportunity to play in the semi-finals in Lisbon in 2020 against PSG. I've got another opportunity here to qualify for a final. It's been 6 years since we got to a final. It's an opportunity to make history again with this club and extra motivation.
You can say Africa 360 Hub. And sorry, as I said, the for trending issues in our highway in your day. And you can't forget to this year, you know, Kubia, or more a 2 who say anything digital marketing, anything digital branding, advertising, maybe beer there in Africa 360 Hub. We Juma Kwana Crown up and say, Juma Ku, and I will build a brand in a digital way. And now, I keep saying, this digital world, you know, is in to stay. And kase a bad trend, man, I say it's just a trend. It's in to stay. Without digital, no, you may be a way beyond Sebi, Obeka. Open the right people to help you build your brand. Open the right agency to help you build a solid brand on any of the digital platforms. And I say in the digital world, they are the best place. I would personally say Africa 360 Hub. Without them, they learn from Africa 360 Hub. So the best place for you to go is Africa 360 Hub. Yeah. So a Boatin Amaya one news. YouTube a Boatin Amaya one team. Make sure to subscribe. Me power tell subscribe in my head. Now every BM to get more exclusive trending issues. Yeah, interviews ni BBR. Yes, abane we. Peace. I'm out. My crowd.